Welcome to For Real. I'm going to make this video about two things. I'm going to compare my real to the fake one that I have and tell you also which of these bags I actually do wear and why. So I love the Chanel 19. If you're here, you probably do. I think it's a much better choice than the Chanel Classic Flap, but that's my style. I like ease of use, practical, and usable for daily use. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, especially if I'm going to pay a lot of money for a handbag. And I like something that I can wear and have a little bit more versatility, daily use versus the classic flap that I can't really use that much. And these are just my favorite style. I have a couple of the rep bags. I have a different one in color, and I only have one. And you're wondering why I have two of the black ones, because one is in silver hardware and one is in the gold hardware. Now you can probably tell which one is the real thing already because I've had the real thing for so long. This is from 2019 when the date code, serial code is still the serial sticker versus this one's, the newer ones have the RFID. And look at just the wear. Okay, I'll get to that. I'll show you what the difference is first. Okay, if you go closer, it's very hard to tell because normally gold hardware you can spot right away if it's not authentic. It tends to be a little bit more orange tone than the gold nice quality tones. So looking at the tones here, can't really tell much. That's why I went for the silver. Tip. I went for the silver because you just can't tell, can you? All right, as far as the leather, unless you're feeling it, you're not gonna feel it, okay? So this is original quality. It feels very soft. When it first came, it was a little bit stiff, but now it's gotten like really soft. And when I touch the Authentic, it's definitely softer. Like it just feels luxurious. And this one, although it does feel very, very soft and luxurious, it still have a little bit more roughness than this one. But again, if you're don't have one to compare with, it's going to be hard to tell because they're really, really, really getting good. The one thing that I will say, it's always been the case, is the strap. Okay, so you can see here that sticks out a little bit. This one's a little bit more flat. It's just the way the hardware is a little bit made. You can see it doesn't stick out like the fake one does. And so when it goes down, it's always like perfect, even like that. And that's always going to be, I think, the biggest giveaway of this bag. You can tell if it's fake, if you're handling it, it's not straight, but this one's always going to be straight. Majority, so you can see the connection of this two, it's both laying flat. Now let me show you the fake one. Look, you see? It's kind of sticking out, and it's a little stiff, so it doesn't completely lay down. That's the number one thing giveaway of this bag. If it sticks out like that, it doesn't lay down. And then so you have sometimes uneven, although this one's looking great. Sometimes you could see like kind of twisted up like this. So yeah, that's the number one giveaway always of that, is just this thing. This thing you can see it's sticking out. Let me show you the Authentic. It has something sticking out too, but it actually lay flat. This one won't lay flat. Like I'm trying to push it down, it's not laying flat. Okay. Also, they tend to have a little bit more curvature, and I think they fixed that issue. It used to be when fake ones, it's like there's no curve. It looks like that, but this one, they put some curve in there. The other wrap bags I got, it doesn't have this curvature, so you should always have, when it lays down like this, you should have the strap will have some curve, and it does. If it's more flat and there's no curve, definitely fake, okay? All right, another thing that you can tell is the turn lock doesn't turn smooth. This one, my other one doesn't turn as smooth as this, but this one has a little bit, like, if you hear that? And it's not as easy to turn. You can hear that sound. So this one has a little bit of like resistance trying to turn this. But the turn lock on the Authentic, very, very smooth. Look, no sound. I'll be quiet. well, a little bit of sound, but it's not because it's trying to turn. It's just because it's hitting the other metal parts, and that's the sound. So you should have a smooth turning turn lock, okay? And another thing that I always mention is the interior of the bag. The interior should always have like the fabric lining up like very, very flat and smooth. There should be no bulkiness on inside. It just should be well put together, and you know, they have to take their time to make these because they're very, very expensive. So that's what mine looks like, very flat in there. Now this one, here you go. You see that? A lot of wrinkling in the bottom. It's not flat in the bottom right there. Can't really tell, right? But here in this side, it's not completely flat. There should not be extra fabric or anything. Should be like completely nice and flat inside. And that's how I can always tell. The hardware is not as easy to check. They're really getting good, like the engraving and everything. I don't really notice much. Everything right here, the hardware is good. But sometimes they make a mistake of putting the RFID tag and then having a serial date code on there. Whenever you see a sticker and then an RFID, that's freaking fake, okay? Please, you should never have two. The RFID starts to come, I think 2020 or 2021. I don't know which one, but if you have a sticker here, the date code sticker, you should not have this, both of them. Mine is older, so I have the serial sticker, and it's always normally, typically for this bag style, it's always on this side. Here, right there, you can see in that side. That's where the sticker is. And then lastly, what I would say is the weight, okay? The weight of the bag is typically heavier on the Authentic, and this is much lighter. Something to do with the hardware. I think the hardware on this is much more substantial, and this is a little bit more hollow, so the weight typically tends to be going for the Authentic. Not always the case. I think it's just the type of metal. Sometimes you have like a very cheap metal. The metal tends to be like heavier, but in this case, this one's is heavier. Now to the topic of which bag I actually wear. It's like not even like a competition. I wear this one a lot more. Yes, the look is going to differ. This one has a lot more creasing. It's a lot older, and as you can see, when you pull on this, it's going to pull the rest of the bag, and the creases is just ridiculous. A lot more creases on this one, and again, this is about 5 years old bag. You can see lots of creasing. This one's a newer style, and I've been wearing, and I will be wearing this a lot more, and I wear this every single day. I'm sure the creases are gonna come, but this is the one I use for so many reasons, okay? Number one, I hate paying a lot of money for a handbag. And there was a point when we were at the COVID era when, you know, you don't have nowhere to spend, so you're there overspending somewhere else. This is an overspend for me because this was sold out. Couldn't find it anywhere. I actually ended up overpaying for this bag. So I already have that negative thinking about this bag because I had to overpay for this bag. So then, oh my gosh, wearing a very expensive bag, it's not really, shouldn't cost that much. It's gonna detain me from wearing this. So I don't wear this as much just because of the price. And so this one is the one I would wear a lot more. And there's that thing about not having to worry about a bag, and that's what this bag is, a throw around. I never care if I put it on the floor, it gets wet or anything like that. It didn't cost that much, so it's definitely a more carefree type of handbag, which I don't ever want to care for and think about a handbag, you know, unless it's a child or something. These are like material things. I don't want to care about it, but because the dollar is so high and so expensive in this one, I don't enjoy wearing this as much as I would enjoy this. Okay, so I love this one so much more. The other color that I have, the latte, the almond color, oh my gosh, I wore that every day. I never even think twice about wearing it. I love it, it's practical. And the reason I love this bag is, first, you can see here, you have a top handle. It has a back pocket where I keep my phone and my key for easy access. So practical. Top handle and a crossbody strap. I'm sold, and they are so roomy. When you open this, it's just a single flap. You can get your items right away. It's so roomy in there. It has a lot of give. It's not stiff or anything. Can fit a lot in it. And then you also have a zip pocket, very useful for stuff that you want to secure. So very practical bag, number one thing. And I would highly suggest getting this than the Chanel Classic Flap, okay? I know there is a ethical dilemma or ethical question about wearing or buying this, but just rather wear this and not worry about, especially the type of economy that we have right now. That's how I feel, and that's why I enjoy a lot more wear on a lot of my rep bags than my Authentic. Having both of them, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I wish I'd never gotten this bag. I wish I never bought and spent over $5 grand on a handbag ever. And after getting this, I'm not trying to like promote anything. This is my opinion. I really like this bag, and sometimes I regret buying the Authentic. So that's one thing too. So if I don't want to put a lot of wear on the handbag, I want to keep the market value in case I want to sell it later. Wearing this for daily use, not putting too much wear on the handbag, is going to help me out when I do try to resell this. But I think the Chanel 19 is going to be a forever piece. I think is a timeless classic bag. It doesn't matter what other people think. It's a very usable Chanel, gorgeous, very unique looking handbag to me. I love the mixed metals. It's just, and then the CC chain turn lock. So cool. Yeah, that's my opinion. Let me show you what the bag looks like. Okay, yeah, this one's kind of not aging good. I'm kind of regretting all of this creasing, and that's the reason I'm probably gonna wear this more too. It's just that I don't put more wear on my Authentic. Show you. It's a shoulder bag. I rarely ever wear this like this. I normally do crossbody. The length looks like they're about the same length. Sometimes you will see replica bags. They don't have the same length as the Authentic, so you can tell right away. And let's do it like the crossbody. I do like the silver hardware. Yeah, wow. I'm trying to show you that this sometimes doesn't fold properly, and I can't. I can't show you, but yeah. I think the gold hardware looks better in my opinion. It's just the silver hardware is gonna be less noticeable because sometimes you can't tell if the gold metal is not good quality, so that's why I got the silver. All right guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please DM me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye, ciao for now.